Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast.
Man, no.
Jacques, Hey, we still here, man. Hey, we ain't running nowhere, man. Hey,
Never.
we lost.
Yeah.
It happens, right?
We accept it.
We accept it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're not expecting the Titans to go 16-0.
No.
It happens.
No.
But I will say this. We did predict them to beat the Colts.
We did.
They didn't have Andrew Luck on the field, right?
We did.
Jacques, what happened, man?
Man, I was actually at the game, man.
Yeah.
Think of the backdrop. Hey, shout out to
these young
to the
gentlemen.
two
Man,
greats.
You see these two great folks, man?
Shout out to the two greats.
Two of the greatest Titans ever played, man.
Shout out to
These
the
two
two
guys
greats.
right here, 9 and 27, as we represent their jerseys too,
So,
man.
I want to say this, Hawk. Being at the game, man, the atmosphere was unbelievable, man, just because of these two.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
what their legacy, like, just the legacy of both of them, Eddie, Steve, and how it went, man, it's amazing, dog. And what I seen today, man, first of all, shout out to everybody that was at the game. They said this was the hottest game ever in Nissan Stadium, dude.
Yeah.
And I felt it. Trenches felt it. Man, it was ridiculous, man. Like, just you can dial it up like any crazier. But I mean, it's like I said on the other show, man. Focus, execution.
Yeah.
Dog, I don't know what it is about the Colts, man, that is plaguing our psyche, man.
I don't know, man.
It's like a boxer that gets beat up by the same person every time, or a bully. They try to walk home and is in that alley. He sees that one bully and he tries to beat him, but he can't never beat him.
Yeah.
And they did it without Andrew Luck, man.
Unbelievable, man.
It was ridiculous, man. So just being at the game and seeing it live, man.
Yeah, man.
It just, like I said, shout out to the Titans fans, dog. We came through.
Good job,
The stadium was rocking. The energy, man, the energy was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And just to come out on a losing end, it hurts. You know what I mean? It sucks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not the end of the world, y'all. I mean, it's just one game. I know we wanted to do it for them.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That was the most important thing, was do it for them.
That's right.
But, man, we got some things to work on.
We
man.
sure
We
do,
got some
man.
things to
So,
work on.
and what I saw too, man, is the fact that, we didn't play our game like we did against Cleveland.
No.
Just like every year, man, it's really hard to figure the Titans out.
Right.
We could beat the Patriots, we could beat the offensively talented Cleveland Browns, and then lose to the Colts. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from the Indianapolis Colts. Jacoby Brissett is a serviceable quarterback. Right. They have talent around them as well, even though they had Devin Funchess hurt. You still got T.Y. You still got Eric Ebron. Players that we talked about in our preview show that showed up, right? They showed up. Mm-hmm. Marlon Mack didn't do pretty well, but you had Wilkins. He came in and had played a great game. Right. We also talked about their offensive linemen. You got Quentin Nelson, at playing guard, and anytime they run kind of in his direction, they're successful. Right. And so even defensively, I was shocked of how well the Colts played. Right. But the Colts over the past several years, man, they don't give up a lot of points.
They don't.
They keep everything in front of them, and that's what they did against us.
It's a well-cohesive team, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, anybody that thought, okay, since Andrew Luck's gone, the Colts were going to be a pushover, no.
I almost did.
No, I didn't, man. I wasn't going to underestimate the Colts like that. Remember last year, I said, man, what team scares me is the Colts.
Right.
With Andrew Luck and now without Andrew Luck. Because when we played them a couple of years ago when they had Jacoby Brissett,
right, we beat them.
We beat them, but we struggled beat them.
Right,
we
did.
We struggled to beat them.
That's true. That's true.
So, and it's just something about the team. Like I said, the team's not a bad team.
No, it's not. They're not.
But with the Titans, man, we're inconsistent.
Yeah.
This is what I keep harping on with us. Consistency. And I don't always want to take it back to the leader of the team, which is the quarterback.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, that's right, bro.
Anytime you ever see Tom Brady being inconsistent?
Nope.
You ever see Patrick Mahomes being inconsistent?
Patty Mahomes looked incredible out
what
there.
What about Drew Brees? Drew Brees dropped back, and he's about to throw. I know it's about to be a 40 dog.
Right, exactly.
Or a 50 burger.
Right.
Maybe a 30 burger.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If we want to get to the next step where we are a prolific playoff team, we have to get to over the hump.
We do.
We have to get over the hump of, first of all, beating the teams in our division.
Yes, sir.
That's the most important.
Only one already, man.
I don't care. I don't care if we win 10 games. If you 0-4 in your division, you're not going nowhere.
No, it's absolutely.
You're not going nowhere, dog.
Correct.
So what I've seen with this team is this is like, to be honest, on paper, this is one of the best teams we've ever had.
That's right,
really,
bro.
receiving.
That's right.
I mean, just all cylinders, from special teams to defense to offense. But like I said, and what I've heard from the bark of the fans at the game, man, number 8, man. Number 8 is this is a contract year for you, man. And I've seen, and I'm starting to try to put my foot to figure out what's wrong with this team. And it's inconsistency, dog. We can never stay consistent. And like you said, playing the big team.
Yeah, exactly. We did. I don't know what if Andrew Luck would have played.
Oh my!
The score would have been
God.
27-9, right? The jersey we have on, and Andrew Luck and them would have beat the brakes off of us.
I agree.
When you look at Jacoby Brissett, he was 17 for 28, 146 yards. That's pretty normal. But he had 3 touchdowns.
He did.
He had 3 touchdowns, right? Now, he had some turnovers. That's the part that I don't understand. We won the turnover battle, and we still lost the football game. When you look at it on paper, the Titans have more talent. They really do.
Yes.
But the Colts played with more grit. Though it was very hot outside, we played very lackadaisical.
Right.
It's really unbelievable. And the fact that, we ran the ball very well.
We did,
Derrick Henry had 81 yards rushing on 15 carries and a touchdown. And it's like, where is that at? And then you look at so many facets of the game. It just did not make sense. It was a very sloppy game. Mm-hmm. It's one of those games that we should have won, really based on the fact that we won the turnover battle. We lost the game still. And then it ain't even kick field goal. Adam Vinatieri looked like me out there kicking the field goal.
Did he miss 2?
Man, he missed 2 and extra points.
Yeah.
Hey, I hate to say, hope he goes out, as a winner, retired or whatever, but he might be done after this week.
He's done, man.
Yeah.
He's done. It goes off. It's a psychological thing, man. It's just when missing field, but it was a sloppy game on both ends.
It was.
I can give you credit to the Colts. They won the game, but it was still a sloppy game.
It was a sloppy game,
and it could be credited to the heat because it was terribly hot, man.
Yeah.
That was one hot game, dog. But when it's time to show up and play football, it's time to show up and play football.
You gotta play football.
This is what we do it for.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yes,
This is what we do it for.
That's right, man. So we're going to have our reasons as to why the Tennessee Titans lost the football game. Jacques is going to give you his 2 reasons, and I'm going to give you my 2 reasons. So, Jacques, what are your 2 reasons as to why the Tennessee Titans lost to the Indianapolis Colts?
Reason number 1 is we didn't take no shots downfield. We didn't take nothing over 30, 40 yards, dog. And when I was at the game, the Colts were playing a single high safety, okay? They had a single high safety over top with Hooker, okay? If I'm Mariota and I see that, I'm taking advantage of that. I'm sliding everybody down. I have a one-on-one action on the outside with Corey Davis in their corner. And I'm going to send Delaney on the post because he's going to bring that attention down.
Right.
Oh, man, Delaney got the ball. That's one-on-one action, man. 50-50 all day. I'm throwing that down. Give my guy. Trust my guy. And the problem that I'm having with Mariota, maybe he doesn't have a trust relationship with the receivers to the point where he does trust them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we didn't take no shots downfield. My second point, man, time management. Okay. So we get down to 2:16, 2:30. Okay. Colts got the ball. 4th and 1. Genius. They either you do 2 things. You stupid or you a genius to go for it on 4th and 1. And they went for it and they got it.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is the whole game. Jacoby Brissett's been in. They did 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. We already knew Jacoby was going quarterback sneak. We knew that. Okay? Come down to it. Verbal takes his first time out. Okay, I'm not mad at it. All right. We get to maybe at the 2:16 mark. But no. Around the 2:30, 2:25, takes a second time out. Okay, cool. I'm okay with it. Remember, you have the 2-minute warning. The 2-minute warning is the extra time out for you, especially when you're about to go in that 2-minute drill.
Right.
Okay. We get to 2, and I think it was 3rd, and I think it was Colts were like 2nd and 7 or 8. Mike Vrabel takes a timeout at 2:06.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro? He takes the timeout, then all of a sudden, I look up at the clock, I'm like, well, damn. They moving down the field. All of a sudden, we get the ball back, maybe a minute to go. 50 seconds. Okay, we driving downfield.
Yep.
30 seconds. Man, 3rd and 2, Mariota clocks the damn ball.
Unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable. So that goes to show me time management. And we praised the coaching staff last week with good play calling. This week, that's a rookie mistake from Arthur Smith, but that should be a maturity thing with Mariota. You have enough trust in yourself to be like, hey, all right, Omaha. You see what I'm saying? Take control, man. Take control.
Absolutely.
What about you, man? What's your 2 reasons?
Well, one, as I mentioned earlier, Derrick Henry. 15 carries, 81 yards and a touchdown. That's an efficient game. And as you guys can see during the game, he was getting 8 yards here, 6 yards here, 10 yards here, right? I think maybe he had 1 carry that was a loss. All the carries were going forward every single time. Right. Why did we stop running them? Okay, so let's look at it. Marcus Mariota, 19 for 28, 154 yards and a touchdown. No picks or whatever. But those numbers, I mean, that's not going to win a lot of football games. You look at Corey Davis, 3 catches. Delaney Walker, 4 catches. Adam Humphries had 2 catches for -1 yard. So the passing game wasn't there. The Colts were either doing a good job in shutting us down or playing a good zone where we were not being open. There were times, that even towards the end of the game, there were times where Corey Davis was wide open. Even on the very last play, Corey Davis was wide open on that 4th and 2 that he threw the ball to A.J. Brown, where, honestly, A.J. Brown, you could have caught the football.
It was in your hands.
It was in your hands. It was in your hands. And you know that yourself as a receiver, if the football's in your hands, you should be able to make the catch. But we went away from the running game. Now, in the past, the Colts have always stopped us in running the football. Right. They did not do that today. Nope. Again, Derrick Henry only had 15 carries. That's a problem. Play ball control. Right. Play ball control against the Colts. We could have beat them. Right. Second of all, the whole overall offense, okay? When you look at Marcus Mariota throwing the football, right, you get very nerve-wracking when he's throwing the ball, especially if he has to throw the ball a lot, right? Now, 28 times, that's about, that's, I guess, kind of on the low number, maybe kind of average in the league, right? But when you look at our receivers, man, you look at our overall offense, look for Delaney Walker more, right? Run more schemes where Delaney Walker can get the football. That's his favorite target. And for Adam Humphries as your slot receiver, only having 2 catches, Corey Davis, again, 3 catches. Tajay Sharp, 2 catches. Like, these are very elementary numbers. Of the Indianapolis Colts, the 2000 Ravens on defense, I don't respect them that much on the outside. Pierre Desir, as I mentioned in our previous show, is their best corner, but I'm not scared of Pierre Desir. You throw on him. He even got hurt. Malik Hooker is their best defensive back, right? But we never challenged him. Clayton Gathers is a safety that plays like a linebacker. We never challenged him vertically on offense. We didn't. And then we ran the ball so good where we could have thrown the ball a little bit better and more efficient. But then again, the question is, can Mariota do it? Can I grow hair? No. Right? Okay? So you got to look at that. There's certain things that just can't happen. And I don't know if he can do that. I don't know if they trust him enough to just let him go and do his thing. Right. So the next part I want to just discuss real quick is the player that I thought did well, and as I mentioned, 22, Derrick Henry. I thought he did a heck of a job today. I'm going to also just say Jayon Brown had a really good game. He led the team in tackles. I think those 2 players were my outstanding players of the game despite the loss.
So I'm only got one. Logan Ryan, man, hey, Logan is showing up, man. He ran that route. For T.Y. This is his 2nd game, man, with a pick, dude. Yep. And what I'm starting to see out of Logan, of course, I think he is in a contract year, but he has arguably to be the best slot corner in the league. And I don't even think he's a slot corner anymore because they were playing him outside too. Right. But if I'm looking at a player of the game, Logan Ryan, man, to me is starting to solidify why I think we should extend him. Right. First off, right? You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. But. Yeah, that's my play of the game. Okay, man. Cool, and just to piggyback off on real quick what you're saying about the trust factor with Mariota, his best statistical year was with Ken Wisenhunt, which we hated Ken Wisenhunt. Right. We couldn't stand him, but statistically, Mariota had his best season that year. Yep. Okay? So, like you said, that goes back. Do they trust him enough to take those shots downfield? Does his receivers trust him enough to be like, hey,
I don't know, man.
And I'm not being a Mariota hater, because I do see the comments. Yep. I'm not being a Mariota hater. I'm just being realistic. You see what I'm saying? Yep. To Titans, we want to go to another Super Bowl, right? But we ain't going to do it. I mean, if you could break down the numbers, playoff teams, they average maybe 28, 30 points a game. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We can't average 19, maybe 20. I mean, we did good last week. Right. But how do we know if this is a fluke? This is it. This is what I go back to this inconsistency crap, man. Right. That's right. And Mariota, he takes bad sacks. That's a part of him as far as being inefficient throwing the ball. He had Autry, the D tackle for the Colts. He had 2 sacks. I thought he looked like Reggie White out there, but if you really look at it, Mariota's just taking forever to throw the football. Right. Make a decision and keep moving, right? Right. And again, these are all things that have to be in consideration, man, when we look at his contract. So next, we're gonna bring on Trenches. Trenches!
The biggest Indianapolis Colts fan that I know. He's been talking trash to us all week. He's going to come through, man, and he's going to discuss how the Indianapolis Colts beat the Tennessee Titans,
brother, come on, pull on through, man.
Pull on through, man. We'll pull the chair.
We're going to slide down, brother. Go ahead and get in that middle, man. All right. Hey, come on, man.
Of course, he's rocking the team right here, man.
So I went to the game with this joker, man. I had to hear this the whole time. I had to see this the whole time. He ride with me.
All right. So what are we talking about here, guys? My voice is a little hoarse. What are we talking about here?
So give us 2 reasons why, of course, you guys won the game, and then give us 2 reasons what you think you guys need to do improving going forward.
Let's start with the improvements. Kicking game, and I don't just mean Vinatieri, but our punter is not very good. He shanks a lot of balls, and I'm thinking he's trying to place them to the sideline, pin him against the sideline, but he loses a lot of yards doing that. And he really don't got a good leg. He's not that accurate with his leg. And, of course, the issues we have in Vinatieri. I just saw an update where Irsay was saying that he has big concerns. He feels bad for Vinatieri. But the fact of the matter is, we got lucky today. A division game, you can't rely on luck.
Right.
No pun intended, luck's not here anymore. You have to make those extra points. We had 1 extra point last week and 2 field goal attempts missed. We had 2 extra points, 5 kicks missed on top of a real bad punt team. Our coverage team ain't that good either. Our punt coverage team ain't that great either. So that's an improvement that we have to figure out, and we have to figure it out tomorrow. I expect Vinatieri to retire in the next, maybe this week. They got rumors that he's mulling it over and thinking about it. But I think it's time, and it's not to be bitter. I heard a lot of people at the game, and they say, he's done a lot for the team. He's done a lot for a couple teams. Right. Us, the Patriots, but that's 20 years. That's 20-some-odd years. So at some point, it's time to move on. And this dates back to the Kansas City game last year. Right. Let's not forget he missed some field goals there. So and in the year he wanted to retire, he thought about it, he came back. I knew then he was no good for 40, 47, maybe. Anything after 47, let's not do it. Let's go for it or whatever we're going to do. Right. So that's one improvement that I saw. The second improvement that I see that we need to make, and we need to make it sort of in a hurry. Jacoby Brissett, even though he threw 3 touchdowns, the big play was the pass interference call against was that Dory Jackson, and that got us down like on the 3 or 4 yard line, and then we pinned it in with Ebron. But I feel like he knows enough about the system now that it's time to try to make those throws. It's time to get T.Y. more active. He had one-on-one on the outside with Adoree for like 60% of the game. Now the rush, then this is a tribute. I attribute this to the defensive line for the Titans. They were getting pressure on him and making a move. However, he had a lot of opportunities, or we had a lot of opportunities. Our route selection, I don't know if it was keep it simple, stupid, or fear that he couldn't make the reads. Right. But I think it's time to go ahead and let him go now. We got 1 on the division. We need to try to keep that energy. So we need to go ahead and let that man show us that he's not ready to step up and make the throws. Let's not baby him. We relied a lot on the run game. This is some good things I like. Two things I think that really helped us win the game was the running game. 167 to 63 yards. This is back-to-back weeks where we've rushed for over 150 yards. That's an amazing way to start a season out. We should have won the last game if it don't be for the missed field goals and extra points. So I'm hoping that we continue to rely on that. But the play action has got to show its face quick, because we about to come up on some teams that can score. We got the Falcons this week, Kansas City coming down the line, Houston. These are teams that got a lot of athletes there we're going to have to keep pace with. Should have been 21. And think about it. I left one thing out that we need to improve. The kicks are errors, but also turnovers. The pick that he threw, which I think on 3rd down we got to be a little bit more creative, and we can't make it we can't write it out to him that the ball is going to T.Y. We can't keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because Adoree struggles, but what's his name? Logan Ryan. He, like you said, he read that like it was his route. Because on 3rd down, you look who's in the game. Jack Doyle's not in the game. Ebron is not in the game. I can about bet the ball's going to T.Y. So we got to, But then, so the running game was great. And then also, I think the biggest factor of today's game, considering turnovers and everything, is patience. Patience. Never got flustered. I'm liking JB because he does not seem like he gets flustered. I remember plenty of games where Luck would walk up the field after an interception and look just completely distraught and not know what happened. Composure, Jacoby showed some pretty good composure today. And I'm looking at the small things. I'm looking at the things like it was 19-17, but we turned the ball over 2 times. Kicking game was horrible. We still scored 3 touchdowns.
Right,
You know,
right.
so if we can clean up those things, I'm pretty confident that we can get in that, that 26, 27 points a game, 28 points a game area, which you're gonna need, to do anything. You're not gonna make it to the playoffs.
That's right.
Scoring 19 points, under 20 points is not gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, and like the Titans, man, I tell you some things that I saw at the Titans. They had a lot of opportunities they missed. Turnover ratio, they won the turnover battle. I don't think they capitalized. Well, of course they didn't, but I think they could have capitalized so much more. And I know everybody is on the whole Mariota train, but y'all gonna have to make a decision because we got to see y'all again December 1st. And by that time, y'all got to figure it out because I think in our system we'll grow and we'll get better. Jacoby will settle in, barring injuries, we will get better. Devon Funches will come back healthy. So Titans fans, I saw y'all today. Matter of fact, I went with him, but I was sitting by myself amongst a lot of y'all. And y'all give me a pretty hard time. But at the end of the game, I heard the chants.
Yeah.
F Mariota, get him out of here. So y'all got some big decisions to make. So that's all I got, man. That's all I got. I mean, I'm thankful. I'm not getting too far ahead of myself. Right. But that's one game that we had to win. That's how I'm looking at it.
Right.
I know it's not going to be a lot of victories this year. Especially not a lot of easy ones. Right. We're gonna struggle to win games, but if we can win those division games, I feel like we got a shot, just as much as anybody.
Average.
So I'm gonna get on up out of here.
Yes, sir. Trenches.
All right, y'all.
Sir,
Good game.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go, Colts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're gonna discuss real quick, man. We could just discuss what do we need to do going forward. Jacques, what I'll say is this, man. First of all, Taylor Lewan is not on the field.
Right.
It's not an excuse, it's a fact.
Right.
So if anything, Taylor Lewan should be really pissed off. His teammates should be pissed off him as well. And I understand, look, whatever he took or whatever he didn't know or whatever, that's fine. But we can't go to our jobs and make an excuse on things, right? We got to come to work every day, right? And so, looking at that, that's going to be a struggle for us for the next 2 games that we don't have our top linemen. So what we have to do to adjust to these things, our linemen are going to have to play better, okay? They're going to have to, open up more holes for Derrick Henry as well because the defenses we're going to play, as in Jacksonville and other teams coming up, they got a really good front 4, right? And so, as well, Marcus Mariota is going to have to break this shell. He's going to have to supersede what he thinks he can do in order for us to win. I really think that's the biggest hole that we got to really deal with. He didn't play awful, but it's another level that he's going to have to put up in order for us to win ball games.
Right. So with me, man, it's taking more shots downfield. Going forward, we're going to have to utilize our receivers. I know we don't have a burner, okay? I get it. But we do have somebody called A.J. Brown. And what he showed me when he played Cleveland, he does have deep ball ability. Right. Even Corey Davis, man, we don't test him enough downfield. And he has the ability to do it. We got a lot of where we throw these seam routes to Delaney, which teams are going to figure that out eventually. You see what I'm saying? So that's one aspect that I would love to see us get over the hump. And man, and consistently, of course, run Derrick. But I'm going to go to the Mariota point, man. You see these quarterbacks that come out of college. And when we know Mariota came out of college, he comes out of a West Coast system. You know what I'm saying? He comes from a spread offense, a 2-minute drill. And I feel like they kind of get to the point where, okay, let him play his game. Like today, they had a bunch of no huddle, man. No huddle. Up tempo. Let's go. Up tempo. No huddle. I said, okay, this is Mariota's game. He's about to dink and dunk. Realize you have weapons, man. Yeah. Realize that you have a stable of just studs and horses out here that you can just pick apart defenses if you really wanted to. Like you said, Adam Humphries, man, I feel sorry for Adam because it's like a waste of a space. You know what I mean? He had 2 catches for one, -1.
Yeah, yep.
Come on, exactly, man. Come on. And he needs to elevate, like you said, get to the next level. Alex Smith, when Alex Smith was with the 49ers, he was good. He was okay. But when he got with the Chiefs, he became good. You know what I call it good. But he became good enough to where he gets you to the playoffs. He gets you to where you can get kind of win a playoff game. He got paid. You see what I'm saying? But if we don't get to that next level with Mariota, like Trench has said, we have a decision, man.
Yeah,
I've heard the rumblings at the game, man. Mariota holding on to the ball 4, 5, 6 seconds in the NFL is not gonna cut it, dog.
Right.
You go through your progressions and you read. You read your progressions. You go through it. Something I don't see him do is read his progressions. He one look pass.
Yep.
That's elementary, dog.
It is.
That's pee-wee.
It is.
That's something that you teach. And if I'm sitting in the stands and I'm calling out plays and I see, okay, hey, we got a single high safety, man. Get out of that audible. Omaha. Come on, man. And I don't mean to harp on him, but this is your 5th year, dog.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Year number 5.
Yes,
get
sir.
it together,
We
man.
gotta get it together. That's right.
Because come down to Kansas City, we got to get out in a shootout with Kansas City. Can we do it?
Nope.
People in the
Not
comment
right now.
section, can we do it?
Nope.
Be honest.
Not at this moment.
Can we do it? You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to rely. We're gonna rely heavy off of Derrick Henry. I'm not saying replace him. I'm not saying bench him. But I'm saying, hey, they're gonna have to get in his head. This is your team.
That's right.
He's a quiet dude. And I know I'm going a little rant, but he's a quiet dude. It's time to step it up, dog. It's time to get to that next level. You want to get paid?
Yeah, the next year is for you to get paid. You know, you do what you're supposed to. You know, it'll happen. You know, to make that next elevation in his career will really help propel the Titans to where they need to be.
Oh, yes.
And on the slick as well, we got to be careful on our rush defense too. So,
Man.
you know, when we play against really good running backs, we better be careful. No, Marlon Mack was on cool, but Jordan Wilkins did ball out today.
Dog.
The backup running back.
Our
So,
run defense, man.
man.
What I seen.
yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude.
I mean,
yeah, man.
hopefully when Jeffrey Simmons comes back.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be a big plus for us.
And I feel like once he comes back, he can plug that middle.
Right.
Now we got to worry about the outside. That's something that I do miss about Avery Williamson.
Yes, sir.
He was
right.
a tackling.
He was a tackling machine. He was.
That's when our run defense was
right.
top 10. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He was a big part of that. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So folks, that is the show, guys. We once again, and ladies as well, we appreciate everyone watching the show. As always, you know, we took the loss. Hey, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man,
absolutely. Hey, that's what happens. Hate that we couldn't win for these two gentlemen right here. R.I.P. to this man right here. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Much love to Eddie George as well. As Jacques says about subscribing.
Hey, like, share, subscribe. Let's get to 300.
Yes,
also,
sir.
turn your bell notifications on so you guys will know when the show posts. You get that bell notification. You got it. And then sooner or later, we're going to go live.
Yes,
so
sir.
Get ready.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to start looking at these comments. Comments of the day are coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Take it away,
it's coming.
bro.
And then as well, too, man, check out Trench's podcast, Just Our Thoughts podcast. Check it out, man. It's a dope show as well. Yes. The link is in the description as well. Yes. Hey, Thursday night, Jacksonville, we coming through, homie.
Keep a short mind, baby. Let's go.
Tighten up. Woo.